Thought it was a really fun atmosphere tonight. You could just tell it was a little different, which is a good thing for the NCAA tournament. That UIC was really good, impressive. They passed great, so one of the best passing teams that we played. So I was just impressed with their overall, the way they competed and, how they played. But I thought we did a great job of just staying balanced and sticking to what we do best, and that's been our motto, this week is figuring out what our brand is and making sure we stay true to that, no matter what game it is, what time in the match it is, and just excellent job by our team tonight.
For both of you, really, they always say, especially when you come in the situation you are, where you're the number one seed, unbeaten and all that, the first game is one of the toughest. Did you guys, were it just anticipation leading up to this, or were there nerves too, or how did that go for you guys?
I think there's always going to be a little nerves coming into it, but our team has done a really good job of not really worrying about the distractions that we have going on and really just focusing on us. We made a list of things in the locker room and what we want to do, and all of it is stuff that we could control, and I think we did a really good job tonight just focusing on our side. So.
Yeah, and watching Michigan and Ball State, we knew, we didn't know who we were going to play, but but Michigan fought, but Ball State came out on top, and we knew we couldn't let UIC get ahead or even play toe-to-toe with us today.
And you talked about not being distracted. How do you manage that? Everybody's distracted all this time. How have you guys managed that?
I mean, I think it's been crazy all season, just all the stuff that we've been doing all year. It's obviously a lot for our team and a lot of new history in the making. So I think we've done a really good job the whole year, just not really worrying about the distractions and focusing on us. I mean, we're going to have all that pressure. The target is on our back, and I think we've gotten, I don't want to say used to it, but we have gotten a really good way of handling that, and I think that's going to take us far in the tournament.
I think it also helps having the 5 of, the starting 6 have been in the tournament before, so I think that's very helpful.
Did you sense any kind of a lapse in the second set? Either one?
I guess you could kind of feel the momentum kind of shifting a little bit, but we've been in those positions all year, seeing teams put a little pressure on us, and I think our team has done a really good job of just staying composed, so we weren't really too worried.
It didn't appear that you were uptight at one point. Echo was playing air guitar between points.
I didn't even realize that.
Was there a sense of inevitability about this match, given your stature and theirs?
I don't think so. I think our team has just done a really good job of focusing on us, so we haven't really paid attention to the score. Everyone's just having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Is it fun when you're playing in the tournament, or do you feel a lot of pressure?
It's kind of a mix of both.
Yeah.
We always say on our team, goofy, focused, fun.
Mm-hmm.
So we're focused, but we're also having fun, and when we're having fun, we play best. So.
Claire, can you elaborate on that?
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Is it fun when you're competing in a tournament, or does the pressure kind of take precedence?
Yeah, it is so fun. I think we allow the pressure to come in just a little bit to use it as just something to fight for even more, but I think we turn the pressure into just fighting for each other and being just relentless against whoever we're playing, and basically playing against a faceless opponent so that we never treat anyone like they're lower than us or anything like that.
You had a .458 percentage, which I'm told is pretty awesome. 13 kills. It seemed like you were finishing the season on a pretty high note.
Yes, I mean, we were working hard, just focusing on being very low air and just taking care of the ball. As an outside, especially, you're going to get a bunch of out-of-system balls, and I was just really trying to manage and do what I could for the team.
Mm-hmm. It seemed like in the previous match, there might have been a little too much adrenaline, a lot of balls that were hit out that looked like relatively easy kills. Was there a difference tonight?
I think we just got to realize that kind of boundary. You don't have to go 100% every ball, so I really just think we are trying to be smart and do our job and our role, and that's not always hitting 100% every time. I think you just got to take a little bit off and be smart. So give credit to the passing tonight, too. Everyone was on. That was allowed Tori to be good at balancing our offense. So.
Yeah,
I think just from day one, we just came in. I mean, our team had high expectations for this year, and I think each game we've shown that we can compete at a high level. So I really just think as the year has gone on, we've been proving to everyone how we have been doing. We've been working really hard. So it's always like our competitiveness. We don't want to let a team even get close. So not taking off a set it'd be kind of bad for us. So we just really try to be strong.
Is the sweep important to you? Not this match particularly, but just in general. I mean, how many you've had?
It's been a lot. I don't even
Yeah.
know the number now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Lost
pretty
track.
cool. Yeah.
I don't think it's really important, but in volleyball, if you allow even one player on the other side to get hot, it's going to be really hard to stop. So I think we just tell ourselves, like, don't allow them to either get hot or get comfortable, because everyone's going to bring their best to you. So, yeah.
What were your impressions of Ball State?
We were just talking about
Yeah.
it. They're a competitive team, so I think they're going to be just as hard as working as we are. They're going to go for everything. I mean, it's the tournament. Everyone's going to want to win and play their best, so it's not going to be an easy
Yeah.
game.
They're going to dig a lot of balls, but we have to keep swinging. We can't get timid and start tipping, but we're all excited.
Mhm.
We're ready.
By tipping.
Tipping the ball. Like, we can't get
Timid.
timid and stop swinging, so we have to,
Okay.
yeah.
Sorry.
You're good.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Good job. You guys done? Yeah, you guys.
Okay, thank you.
I'll ask you, Dan, young people are all distracted all the time. I know you've been talking about all season, but just focus, do what they've come to this point, and now we're doing it in tournament play. It'd be great if the coach could say, I managed all this, but how did you manage this, and how did they manage it?
I'm really lucky this year. Just our team has great leadership and great maturity, and they knew what they wanted from the beginning of the year. So there was never like a time of the year where I had to motivate them, or our staff felt like we had to do something special or do something different. I think having fifth-year seniors and the COVID year, you see that across the country. A lot of the best players are back, and that's helped teams be really composed and mature, and we are certainly benefiting from that. But I think really it just comes down to knowing what they wanted and understanding that this is a really great opportunity. And we knew from day one that this could potentially be one of the best teams Louisville's ever had, and that we had the opportunity to capitalize on that.
Both of them talked about not letting opponents get momentum, which is impossible sometimes, but in tournament play, how much more important does that become? It's such an emotional
Yeah.
fed thing, and it's madness, whatever sport you're talking about.
Absolutely. It's way more, it's always important, like you said, but in the tournament, you've already seen in volleyball, there's been upsets and some big names go down, and momentum swings are a huge game changer. That's why, I was saying I would love to have played this first and second round in a bigger arena, but it's very comforting to be home in LNN where we're comfortable and we can use the crowd, and that helps with momentum changes for sure.
This statistically looks like one of your more dominant performances. They were .057 hits. Were you, the level of competition may not have been as high as some of the matches you played, but were you generally satisfied with the performance?
Yeah, for the most part. I think we had that spot in game 2 where we made 3 or 4 hitting errors in a row on first ball, and that's pretty uncharacteristic for us. So, but at the same time, it was actually okay to have some of that in this first game and to get some of that out of our system. But, we've been balanced all year, so I really challenged Tori at the break in between games 2 and 3 to balance out our offense, and she did a great job. After games 2 and 3, you had Claire and DeBeer with a ton of attempts, and nobody else was in double digits. So you can see she did an awesome job of getting everybody in double digits.
Is that something that is important, or if you have someone who's hot, you want to keep beating?
Well, I think it's important for our team, and we know to go deep in the tournament, we have to stay balanced, and we just don't have the personnel to take over a match by themselves, and that's what makes us great.
You want to keep preparation on the same, have you done much different now that it's tournament time? It's hard because you're still at home and you're still doing all this. Have you tried to do anything to kind of make this like a separate experience from what you've been through this season yet?
Not really. So we've really just tried to treat it as much as we can like every other match, but yeah, especially when we don't know who we're playing, and so it's been an interesting week of prep, but as far as doing anything off the court, we've really kept it the same, and really want our team to feel as comfortable as they can.
Are they about the same as they've done all season? I mean, they've been great all season, so you
Yeah.
don't be that much different, but or can you notice a little?
It's funny, we had a couple practices this week and some drills. I was like, this is almost going like too hard. Like, we need to tone it down. Like, go, that's a sign of a great team, though. They had a great week of practice, and you could not tell that it was the end of the season. I've heard other coaches across the country say, oh, nobody wants to practice right now, or we don't have any motivation, and we're having some insane practices. So that's just the mentality, and again, knowing what they want and knowing what it takes to get there.
How much of the Ball State match did you watch, and how have you scouted them coming in?
I watched the whole match, and we tried to scout the teams pretty evenly, but you got to go with who you think might win. So we have some work to do tonight on scouting Ball State, but luckily they we knew their offense is pretty simple, and it's nothing that we haven't seen before. It's just getting ready for their defense, and we did some drills this week, luckily, to prepare for that, because we knew if we saw them, we were going to have to, like Claire said, stay really focused and make sure we don't let their defense frustrate us.
You implied that you may have spent more energy on them than Michigan, is that correct?
No, we
Or
spent
was it the opposite?
we spent a little more energy on Michigan.
Oh,
I
really?
mean, just
Okay.
being a Big Ten team and their physicality, and they actually do some things that we haven't seen all year, so we wanted to make sure that we practiced that. So.
You like the quick turnaround?
No, I mean, it'd be great to have a day in between, especially when you don't know who you're playing on the second night. So I'm glad that the NCAA made that change for the regional. This will be the first year that it's Thursday, Saturday instead of Friday, Saturday, so we're heading in the right direction.
Does the turnaround make it more important that you have a fairly economical win as sweep?
Yes, 100%. So knowing that, I don't know how long that match was, but that we can get home at a decent time and everybody can eat dinner at a normal time, it definitely helps prepare for the next day.
That's it for me.
Thank you, everybody, for being here.